I'm a yapper. What's a celebrity couple that'd be good together that's not together?
Leonardo DiCaprio and Millie Bobby Brown.
Leo and Greta Thunberg.
Snoop Dogg and Britney Spears.
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, let's not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
Dude.
We had the same
That's funny.
first person. Well, I didn't even hear what yours was.
You said Snoop
You
Dogg
missed
and
the
who?
timeline.
And Britney Spears.
Why? They're equally as like...
They just could.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
You have no explanation to it?
Well, I have. Well, what did you say?
I said Leonardo DiCaprio and Millie Bobby Brown.
Why did you say that?
Because he likes younger women, and I'm sure she might like older men. So
I feel like I one-upped you, though.
you
Okay.
did. Yours might be much worse than mine.
Yeah. I said Leonardo DiCaprio and Greta Thunberg.
That's actually better, yeah.
Why? Because she's 20 years old, right? Within his
Age range,
under 25. But and also why?
They both like...
The environment.
Is he big on the environment?
Yeah,
He's big on the environment. Yeah.
Oh.
And so is she.
That's what they do. They have one thing that's like, oh, I do this really good thing.
Yeah.
And then here's my weakness. The Illuminati people. Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, right?
I have
Here's-
no idea what you just said. The Illuminati people do good things?
Like, here's one really good quality about me.
Yeah, they try to have like one surface level, like, oh, I'm so good.
Hmm.
And
then,
this is why it makes it okay for me to have
you know.
this
okay.
other thing
And
going
they
on.
both like older men?
Leonardo DiCaprio
Likes
is the
younger
same
women.
person as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay. Anyways.
Hold on. I need you to understand. We both said the same person
Yeah.
with a different girl.
Yeah. Who both like the environment?
No.
No. Mine was just like a young, popular
Okay.
girl.
Okay.
Yeah. His was like, more calculated, but
Right.
Sometimes I just want Amber to like get it.
Yeah,
like,
I
like the
understand.
world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
no, 100%.
I don't want to move on without her like not getting it.
But like a few years ago, I was just like, all right, you know what? Something she can't understand.
like it's not complicated.
Yeah.
That was not a complicated thing.
What about this do you need me to understand?
Do you still not get it?
I mean, cool.
What don't
Wait.
you get?
Wait, are we supposed to get yours, or like you were just like, they'd be cool together?
Oh no, well, you know, like Britney by herself, people just kind of think she's like low key batshit. You know?
Or
No, I thought
high-key.
she was high-key.
Yeah, like she shaved her head.
I know, but we're not
like-
allowed to say that.
She dances with swords.
Dude, she had so many like magazines in front of her saying like Britney's crazy,
Yeah. But I think that like on Snoop Dogg's arm, she would just simply be eccentric.
Okay.
Like he smokes weed, he has this crazy chick.
He quit the smoke.
No, that was an ad for a stove.
Oh, that was real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an ad
I
for
wanted
a
to
stove.
talk about that after she brought up Snoop Dogg. But yeah, it's interesting because he quit smoking. Like he was like, oh, my family, like I'm going to quit smoke.
Give me some peace and quiet.
Yeah, give me some peace and quiet.
Privacy,
and then he was
yeah.
like releasing pictures of himself. His like hair is like disheveled, and people are like 4 days with no weed. Like Snoop Dogg's going crazy. And then I think today or yesterday, he's like, guys, I have to come out with an announcement. I quit smoke. And then he's in front of a fire pit that doesn't produce smoke. So-
Man, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I knew because the way he worded it was weird. So I was like, this is going to be...
Yeah, he didn't say I quit smoking marijuana. It was
Yeah,
like I quit the smoke.
Yeah.
And I was like, smoke what? Like, are you going to come out with an edibles line maybe?
Yeah.
And be like, I
That-
quit smoking?
with the announcement, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And
There
then
was a lot of pages that I saw of celebrities that were like inspired by it. They reposted him and were like, man, shout out to Unc. Like,
yeah. I think. Or are you talking about the quitting smoking?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, "Oh my God, this
I'm
is like good
quitting
for him."
too.
Yeah.
Coy Leray was like, after Thanksgiving, I'm joining him.
Do you think that this is a safe marketing technique?
I think if it was anybody else, no. But for some reason, with Snoop Dogg, since he does so many deals, like he's part of
Yeah.
that like business entrepreneurship, everyone's praising it. They're like, "That's the greatest marketing campaign of all time."
But this is
I think it's
mean
more
to
like
say,
you got us.
is
Yeah.
is this harmless?
Only because he hasn't had a history of like substance abuse that's like public, like he's had like public like breakdowns or anything like that.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm quitting crack.
Yeah, like this wasn't negatively associated with his persona. It was just associated with his persona.
Sure.
So I think that if it was negative, then it would be kind of like, what the heck kind of marketing scheme was this? But because it was like not harmful,
Yeah.
it was fine.
I think it's negative in the terms of like if he had like a, you know, public announcement, I don't think anybody's going to take it as serious anymore. They're going to be like, "Ooh, are you like okay?"
Or they'll be like, oh, I can't wait to see what it is this time.
Yeah. Like what if he's like, "Oh, I'm in the hospital." And like it's like an announcement.
That's like, you know, that worries people then.
Yeah. And like
And people were worried for him that he's quitting smoking. Like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
What's the world coming to?
yeah. So I think next time someone sees like a post like that where he's like, "Oh, I'm going to be with my family" or something, or like, you know, "I'm not feeling well," or people aren't going to be like, "Oh, is this another ad?"
I was like so proud of him.
Yeah. Honestly, I was like, dude's been smoking for like 30, 40 years. Like what's the break for? You
What
know?
an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have other celebrities
Yeah.
that you think would be good?
Yeah, I want your reaction on these. Selena Gomez and Shia LaBeouf.
No.
Ooh. I like it.
It's a little weird.
Because Shia is out there. He's very manic.
Yeah. Which
And
I don't think is good for Selena.
I mean,
I think he's
birds
good.
of a feather flock together.
I think he's better with Demi Lovato. They both been
Whoa.
through some shit.
Mm.
And like,
okay.
you know, they can both like balance each other out.
That's actually a pretty good take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Selena is like traumatized probably.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh my God." Like, I just remember that conversation with her and like Kid Cudi. I don't know if you remember, but Kid Cudi was just like really high and they were just hanging out. And he was like, "Have you seen that video on Facebook where the dude like offed himself?" And she's like, "What?" Like, no. And then she was just like really like, you know, very like innocent, sweet. I don't know if she is, but she just like has that personality. I feel like with
I think
Shia
you have a better take. I think Demi Lovato and Shia LaBeouf might be better. But I just like the idea of them. I have Kanye and Azalea Banks.
Celia Banks is
I can't remember what she looks like.
She's the one who's constantly like losing her shit.
Azalea
And like
Amber.
making
Like, what is
like-
she from?
yeah.
She's a rapper, but she's also like known for having massive outbursts.
No, I feel like he likes thick white women.
I just think that she matches his level of crazy
Okay.
because she's crazy.
Gotcha.
This is Celia Banks. I
It's if you
Where
watch
have
her
I
like
heard of
wildin' out little thing, you know how like they like make fun of you? That's like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
She like had a meltdown that they were roasting her and she was like coming at them. Like she was like actually mad.
Yeah.
And she'll like randomly go on rants and stuff. Okay.
So
I
they're
thought-
equally as bipolar.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
So-
doing all toxic couples.
Okay,
There wasn't
fine.
one that was
Let's
like
mix it
sweet,
up.
nice.
Zendaya and Jack Harlow.
I think. Okay. I don't know. I feel like Jack Harlow likes thicker women.
Okay.
He just always talks about that in his songs. But I think Zendaya would like a Jack Harlow type guy.
I actually really like Zendaya with Tom Holland. I feel like
Yeah.
she has an inner nerd, and just
No,
kind of like
100%.
she's very playful. When I see her at the interviews and when they do red carpet events, she's not like she does her like modeling. She hits her catwalk and everything, but then she's like goofing around.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people saw her and Tom Holland and were like, "What? I don't get it." But then when you see them interacting,
Yeah.
and their kind of playful nature, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But I also will say Jack Harlow's also like pretty playful
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but he's
More
a playful in a different way.
Like
I
a
feel like when he
suave-
was hitting on what's her name?
Sweetie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that made sense to me because
Yeah.
it's kind of like a different level.
Zendaya's a smidge, more innocent.
I could see Jack Harlow with like Ice Spice.
Oh.
Gotcha. No, I see where you're
Amber's
coming
like, I
from,
could see him with me. I had one that I thought of before the Leo and Greta one.
Okay.
What about Eminem and Nicki Minaj?
Those are definitely two people.
I think their personalities might be like too strong.
Yeah.
to like,
Nicki
be together.
Minaj to me seems
Oh.
like she wants to tell Amanda like shut up and sit down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Um,
Or maybe they're
But-
just if they're together, like she's like shut up and sit down, and then he just writes like bars and just starts yelling, and then she yells back, and it's just like a cycle.
They're
of
talking like this.
why did you say them to?
I don't know. I just thought it would be like super like boss,
Oh,
like fiery.
I was thinking it would be more entertaining.
Yeah, I have one as well, but this is not like oh my god, from different worlds.
Yeah.
This is just like from a picture I saw, and I was like, you know what, that makes sense.
Mm.
But I wrote Will Smith and Margot Robbie.
Okay, I had that too.
You had that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that picture, and I'm like, dude, the chemistry in this is just crazy.
Yeah.
Like in these pictures.
It was from a movie they did together.
Yeah, they did a whole movie, and I was like, you know what, they look good together, and it seemed like they had better chemistry.
I would have thought that when I saw the cover. When I originally saw it, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But everything that's been coming out about Will and Jada and all of their kind of like stuff that I didn't need to know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe, what not to believe, but I'm like, man,
I mean,
This
Jada
is a
wrote a book
lot.
to believe.
what?
I said Jada like wrote a book so that you know what it all is. So like they've been like separated for 7 years. Up
Oh yeah,
until
no,
she
I know, but
slapped
like all of
her
the,
sock.
I guess,
sock.
I guess their relationship and the way that they view everything is kind of like, oh, this is a lot.
I just feel like okay, I love Will and Jada together. I just think if he had a hopeless romantic type of woman instead of one who's constantly battling herself, that he would just live like a really nice, peaceful life with her.
Yeah. With Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie could be cool. It wasn't like I also saw the picture and,
Yeah.
and I saw they did a movie together, so I thought that was cool.
Wait, did you read the book?
What book?
Jada's book?
I haven't read it yet,
Oh.
but I've been seeing like
But
clips
you
of
think
it.
that like it's all basically coming from her?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, because Will Smith was. I think he made a statement. He was like, "I will always love Jada." Like,
Yeah.
he was-
Right. And
then-
she's like, I will always love Tupac.
no, for real. She like I just hear like always see tweets like, "Yeah, Tupac and I were soulmates." It's like what? Like
That's weird. Don't call another man your soulmate.
she said that though, right? Like I'm not like picking from somewhere that like I
I'm
never-
pretty sure she
she said
said
something
that.
like that.
I
Something.
saw that
Yeah, okay.
headline.
Okay.
I think that that's uncomfortable. And if like you would never catch Will calling another woman his soulmate.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel sad for him.
You never know. I mean, I try to. It's obviously the way that it looks, the way that it sounds. It seems like Jada is definitely this, almost like a dictator in that relationship. She's very like, even the way she talks on interviews, it's like, whoa, this is a lot. Very strong-minded. You know,
Yeah.
it's a very strong personality. But when you, for example, I remember watching Casey Neistat videos. And a lot of people would comment about his wife, Candace,
Yeah, yeah.
and be like, "Oh, she's so like
so mean,
and she's
yeah.
so this way and that way." And then I watched Candace do an interview about her business, and they had asked her like Casey Neistat questions as well, and she was just kind of like, "Oh, I'm just I'm used to him being that way," and it was more nonchalant. And even Casey has described as like, I control the edit and he's with his camera all the time. So maybe every time he has it, she's just like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'll just go along with this. And then behind the scenes, they're like, she's completely fine. And maybe he's just really problematic.
Yeah. No,
I've heard them talking also on their podcast they
Yeah.
used to do, couples therapy. And it's like, it's fair a lot of the ways that she thinks also.
Yeah, and a bunch of times he's mentioned like, oh, whenever the camera came on, like she would get annoyed, and when it was off, she was like more normal and fine and stuff like that. And it was like,
He also said that they would have like nice moments
Mm-hmm.
and he'd be like, wait, repeat that. I want to record it. And she'd be like, no, fuck you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to like say it again. I already said it. And it's more like, I don't give a fuck and I don't want to put on this show. And I think that's kind of like commendable in some ways because they're not like over curating and like following a sensationalized like YouTube family just for clicks and views. Like she's very authentically herself. And it gives me like very normal couple vibes. Like this is his interest. This is his job.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to be involved in that level.
100%.
You
So my
know?
thinking is from the outside, it could look like, oh, Will is this victim and, he's the nice guy.
Yeah.
We just don't know what he could be like in the house. But
Yeah.
certainly there is stuff that, you know, whether we know everything about their lives or not,
Yeah.
I think the public has kind of agreed that this needs to stop or, you know,
Yeah.
be controlled in some way because this is a lot.
Yeah.
I think that she thought by writing her book that it would be her truth. If you listen to Jada, it's actually really nice to hear her talk because she has a great way of thinking. I just think that the way that everything has unfolded in the public and with it constantly being repeated and certain things being out there, it just kind of went from that Jada and Will love to Jada, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know?
And there was like a clip of J. Cole where he doesn't like say the you know the lyrics like I want
At
that
a
woman-
concert.
at a concert, and Lil Yachty actually asked him like, why didn't you say it? And I think he was like, oh, by the way, that clip was like 3-4 years ago, and I didn't say it because I wanted like you know the crowd or say it. I forgot what his response was, but he was like, there's nothing, and he was like, I respect the relationship, like I like it, I like what they're doing, how open they are, and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
But something kind of related. I went to like a Jaden Smith concert like you know a couple years ago, and Willow Smith was also performing, and then Jaden Smith was like, "Look, my grandma's up there." So like he literally had like the whole family like there, and I was like, "Oh, sick!" And then in the intro, this was annoying. He had like something on the screen playing, and it was Greta Thunberg like doing a speech. It was like the TED Talk. Everyone's like, "Yo, what is this?" But
Talking
yeah.
about the, what is it? Climate.
Climate change. Yeah,
I mean, you got to understand that's got to be tough to grow up that way
yeah.
as a celebrity child of such famous people in pop culture. I mean, what do you do with that? So
Yeah.
I have two. I know that I don't want to like take this and drive into the ground, but I have two more really quickly.
okay, celebrity couples that
yeah.
aren't together but should be.
Drake and Sweetie. I've thought about this for a long time.
I feel low-key, I feel like Drake can be good with a lot of women, but like
No,
I feel like he just fumbles it.
yeah.
Like he just
Remember when he was with Rihanna?
yeah, dude. Like
And we saw it on stage and they were interacting live on an award show and it looked so awkward. What is he doing?
Yeah.
Like he literally looks like somebody who got famous out of nowhere and is like, oh, I can have Rihanna. And he's like being weird about it.
yeah.
I don't know. And even I remember Nikki was talking about her and Meek's relationship on an interview. And she was just like, Drake is, you know, she was talking about him like a best friend.
Yeah,
and,
best friend, yeah.
And then she's like, you know, Meek, he's a street guy. Like he gets it, all that.
Yeah.
And Meek, when you've seen his kind of antics and stuff, he seems corny sometimes. So if she's saying that about Meek, then what is,
Yeah.
I mean, collectively, a lot of people have this depiction of
Yeah.
Drake that he's corny. And I mean,
Last
it might be that
one.
way.
You know how there's only like one woman who's like got away from Future without a baby. And I know I talk about her a lot, but Lori Harvey, okay? And I almost want to treat her as like the medicine to like sick dudes in
Lori
the
Harvey
industry.
and who?
I feel
So-
like the roster should be like 10 different dudes. Like Lori Harvey and 10 different people.
No, I like because right now I'm really passionately mad at one person,
Okay.
and I really think she just needs to do her number with this man. And it's Partisan Fontaine.
Who?
Listen, Party. You know he like writes all of Cardi B songs.
Party next door?
Party, P-A-D-P-A-R-D.
Partisan.
Yeah, Partisan Fontaine. Just write Party, P-A-R-D-I. He was dating. Do you remember Megan? She was basically sitting in Party's lap. He was. There's like videos of him and like he's playing video games and Megan just kind of has her ass in his face.
Okay.
They were dating for a minute, right?
Yeah.
They're a gorgeous couple. And everybody was like
who is
praising.
he? What does he do?
He's basically writes. He's like a ghostwriter for a bunch of female artists, like especially Cardi B. He's written a lot of Cardi B songs.
You know how you say like Shamir talks about like these niche anime things and literally like millions of people in the world follow it. This right now is most definitely a very niche thing.
The funny thing is, I think in my head these aren't niche.
Yeah.
And I talked about it at Friendsgiving the other day. I was like, did you see that Megan Thee Stallion Partisan broke up and like Partisan dropped a song? And they're like, who's Partisan? And I was like, this is not common knowledge.
I've never heard of Partisan in my life. Like
I wanna-
some people like I've heard of, you know, like
Wait, like, you know, like, throw it down, drop it down, fuck it all the way up.
I wish.
I have a genuine question.
Backing it up. I'm the king
Maybe
of
if I
talking
heard the
shit,
song.
and I'm
I
backing
just can't recognize it right
Okay.
I have a genuine question. When I hear about other people's interests, like I love when people are passionate about things.
Yeah.
When Shamir is talking about anime, for example, I don't follow a lot of anime, but I understand when it comes to storytelling, the art of it, you know, the way that it's drawn and all of this. I understand the hype about it.
Yeah.
When it comes to like following celebrity culture and specifically relationships, what is it that like you get out of it?
So in this case in particular, the reason why this is so spicy is that they were kind of like this couple when Megan and Tori were going.
No, I get like the actual, you know.
No, I'm
that you're interested
I'm
in it.
giving you your answer.
Okay.
It's like Megan and Tori when they were going through this thing. He was on Twitter talking big shit, and he was like kind of backing her up, and it was really sweet, and especially considering what happened with like Saweetie and Quavo, and like that whole thing where people are like, oh my God, what a nice couple, you know, like having like a successful rap couple. That's pretty rare to have that. And so it was really nice to see a guy stand up for her. So time goes on and they break up, and they don't announce that they broke up. He comes out and he posts a video, and he has this really like nice like poetry slam thing that he does. And it's very clearly about Megan. And it's just so beautiful and like so sweet. And everybody was like, he's a good man, Savannah, take him back. Like, why did you do it? Right.
Is that Meg's real name?
No, it's a meme. Like, he's a good man, Savannah. And so everybody was like, he's a good man. Like, why would you do this? Like, this is so rare to find a man like this. No explanations took place though, right? She just dropped her song Cobra. She's talking about her depression, her anxiety after everything that's happened with the Tory thing, how she lost both of her parents and her grandma, how she has nobody, and like how this is like...
Is this the shade room?
No, listen.
What is the answer to the question?
I'm telling you.
I was asking what you get out of it. You told us the whole like...
Okay, wait. I think I know what it is. After a while, we're talking about this. I think they like... I don't know if girls in general, but they love like the romance and like the story behind like a nice real romance, and like it has like gossip in it too. I think that's what it is.
But it's beautiful, right? Like to see like certain couples work out in certain ways, because you don't really see that. But she dropped the song Cobra, and she reveals that he was like getting fellatio, whatever, like in her bed. And she
Like
caught
in the
him
video?
cheating. Yeah, in the music video that she dropped.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
And she reveals that basically like I was already going through the most, and then on top of that I find you cheating on me.
Do you like that part? Do you like the drama of it?
No. So basically after that, right? He drops this massive diss track.
Do you like the drama of it? No. So after he drops this
Because you're
massive
not
diss track,
listening. Listen.
Amber, I promise you, I'm listening. I'm
so
just
he
not.
drops this. I'm trying to explain why I
She
said
didn't
this
even
thing. Why are
let
you
me know
letting?
if I was right.
I said yes.
Okay.
So basically he drops this like massive diss track, just like saying that she got lipo, like saying that she talked
Meg
shit
got
about
lipo?
That's what he's saying in the song. He's like, Meg
Wait,
got,
he's saying she got it, but
yeah.
Okay.
He's saying
But
she got
did she get
lipo,
it?
that she hates all his friends, that she hates all her friends and talks all this shit, right? So in my
Wait,
head,
how's that romantic though that he got?
no, it's not. I'm
Oh.
saying that we were romanticizing this thing that went to shit.
It's the
Okay.
story. So she's interested in the
No,
story.
but like
the drama is
I'm on
part
the
of it.
lipo section. Like,
Yeah.
like what does that have
Well,
to do?
now it's not romantic anymore when we find out that he was cheating on her and she came home to see it in her bed. You know, like that's heartbreaking.
Wait, he cheated with her on her bed.
Yes, he cheated on
Like,
her.
is that real?
Yes, that's what she's like said in the song. And so
I
he
feel like he planted that so that she can make a song about it.
maybe, but he posted on his story with like future memes like like what do you
It's
what do you want
planned.
me to say?
It's all planned.
So yeah, he dropped this massive diss track, and I think he's a terrible person right now. And we were all
You want to save him?
I'm just saying that like all the girls were rooting for him. There's so
Oh,
many,
gotcha.
like a lot of his whole following is all girls, because like he
Why?
writes for female
'Cause he's
rappers.
sweet? Oh,
Like what he writes appeal. His
that's kind of
own music-
weird.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it? That
Yeah.
weird?
His
Like-
own music doesn't really take off, but like he writes for a lot of girls that does take off.
Does he? Wait, he writes for like Megan.
He doesn't write for Megan.
Oh.
But he writes for a lot of female
Okay.
rappers.
Interesting.
Like Cardi. Cardi calls him her partner because, and that's why Megan and Cardi B got really close and made all these songs in the last year because Partisan works really closely with Cardi B.
yeah. You ever see those like pictures of like a couple and like, you know, the angles? Mm-hmm. What is that?
What? Oh yeah.
When the guy is
Oh,
like
the power angle.
the power angle. Like, what is that? Because I'm seeing this, like, especially in that Pop Sugar,
Yeah.
in a lot of them, I feel like the power angle here.
I've heard when the guy leans into the girl and the girl is straight.
yeah, this Pop Sugar
The
one.
guy is like submissive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I'm seeing in
But
the Pop Sugar.
a lot of that I see the couples where the guy is significantly taller, and it's like making her seem
okay.
like at her level.
Straighten your spine and be tall. Just kidding.
So
The girl?
is
No,
a
the
real
guy.
thing. So it's a real thing.
I mean, I think there's some truth to it.
He's not
Subconscious.
gonna-
I mean, I believe
He's
that
not gonna
too.
make it, or she's not gonna make it into the picture. Either he's getting cropped or she's getting cropped. When there's like a big, not with them two, but
Oh, but like
Wait,
a
wait,
big-
when
scroll
it's
down,
like
scroll down.
significantly.
Look, there's another one right there. He's
Mm-hmm.
leaning into her, and I think this is a prime example.
He's
of that.
actually doing the broke boy pose right there. Like when you go to the grocery store together and now you get to the cash register and
Yeah.
she pulls out her wallet and he doesn't.
Yeah.
And he just stands there hugging her from the back. That's the broke boy pose
So you believe in these angles?
to an extent. Yes.
I think he's making.
So it's like an alpha angle. There's an
Yeah.
alpha angle and a beta angle.
I actually got caught up in the broke boy pose, so I know it's true.
Was he broke?
Yeah,
So this is true. The angle is true.
the angle's true.
Wow. I knew there was something off.
And the whole story being that Lori Harvey gives men a taste of their own medicine. I want Lori Harvey to get with this man. Give him a taste of his own medicine.
Interesting.
Thank you.
I feel like I still didn't get an answer to Ross's question though.
That's what I was trying to say. But it's fine. I
It's
think
because
it
you
is the
guys
story.
poke holes too quickly. Let me explain instead of trying to find the answer.
We heard the explanation.
But shouldn't the answers be shorter?
No. You guys can fucking yap all day about what you want to talk about. If I want to talk about Megan after 30 episodes of not talking about a female rapper, I'm going to talk about Megan.
No, I enjoyed the yapping.
Thank you.
It's just I didn't know what it like. I don't think it answered the question.
The idea is like that this story doesn't happen often in like
Yeah.
within rappers, and so when it is idolized, it comes falling down, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
I love that you're passionate about this.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes later, we would like to welcome you to our podcast.
Welcome to Strange Flavors.
Welcome to Strange Flavors, everybody. My name is Faraz,
My name is Shamir.
My name's Amber.
and we want to thank all the new subscribers
And all the new
patrons.
couples. All the new
Yeah, there's been a lot of you guys coming in. We appreciate all of the new listeners and watchers
Yeah.
all across the board.
And we got a lot new comments on the Patreon side is popping. So, we did talk about that last week.
You guys listened to our requests to comment on
Yeah.
the Patreon.
Now
so
we need comments
appreciate
on the main episode. So if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
that.
Right.
On YouTube.
on YouTube, write down like a comment on a couple that you guys
Yeah.
would think would be good.
We've been getting a lot of comments on the clips, and we'll get to that in a bit. But I want to say that we, for all the new listeners, come in, kick it with us, lay back. We do just a comedic kind of angle on three friends just sitting here talking about things that we're interested in, telling stories, and some stuff in the pop culture and news, whatever's
Even
going
when
on.
not everybody on the podcast is interested in it.
We drop episodes every Tuesday morning. So whenever you are going to work, school, whatever is the case, working out, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can expect a new episode from us every Tuesday morning, as well as a bonus episode on Patreon. Every single week we post, along with the regular scheduled episode, there is a bonus episode. I wanted to ask what the update is on the mice situation. Last week you talked about the intruders. So any
Yeah.
updates?
Little recap for everyone that's like brand new to this episode. If you are brand new, pause right now and go to the last episode. No, I'm just kidding. We'll give you a rundown. Literally, I had like mice come into my basement, and I killed like four of them. Last one I
Rest in
let
peace.
go. R.I.P. Last one I let go, and yeah, no mice ever since. But I also didn't put traps downstairs. I took Amber's advice. Anytime I went downstairs, I like asked my cat to come down with me. She was just scouting. She didn't see anything. So
Was she like running into like corners and sniffing?
she was just sniffing around. I think she was just more intrigued because like we don't let her down that often. So she's just like excited to be down there.
So she doesn't know what's new and what's old.
Yeah. So I think she is sniffing around, and hopefully the mice have smelled her.
Yeah.
If not, I don't know. But no mice problem yet. I don't know, but I think we're good for now. And I think my mom has been down in the basement, so she's like comfortable being down there.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
I have a proposal for you.
Yes.
I think that you should get a snake.
The funny thing is, we used to have snakes, and we never had
Like
rats.
intruder snakes?
Literally, yeah. We had snakes in our basement. Yeah.
Oh.
We've had snakes in our basement.
And that's why you didn't have mice.
That's why we didn't have mice. We had a bunch of garden snakes, and honestly, I like them better than the mice.
Why would you propose that over just
That was a
him
good idea,
letting his own cat downstairs?
Because the cat clearly isn't putting in work.
Yeah.
The cat is new to this
they're
environment.
not letting her cat put in the work by going to the basement.
Yeah, but it's brand new. A snake will get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it'll
cat
also
could,
get you
'cause-
done.
No,
Yeah,
if it's huge.
yeah.
But
Snakes are scary.
I had a friend that he would go to the pet store and buy mice all the time. And he would put them in his own freezer, which I don't know where else he would put them, but I don't know. The thought of that is really weird to me.
Yeah.
Next to the chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
next to, the frozen ice
Yeah.
cream sandwiches. I don't know.
Should we tell him?
Yeah, we should tell him.
What?
I don't know how
the
to
prank you guys were going to do?
Yeah.
I know about the prank you guys were going to do.
Did your sister tell you?
Yeah.
When'd she tell you?
Like,
It better not be like a week after.
Yeah.
no, she told me a while after. It was
Okay.
in recent times.
Okay. Yeah. So we were planning it, and like we knew you didn't like rats, right? And then I literally went to the PetSmart, or so. Our plan was like for a vlog, like skit. Maybe we like have fake rats around Frost. and then,
Frost
like-
hates rats with a passion.
Yeah.
I don't
And
like
this-
filth, and rats I feel like are, the peak.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's weird because I don't really feel like you like show fear to many things, but the rat thing I think really just got us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that they're really disgusting. And okay, you could explain the prank, and I'll tell
Yeah.
you what my reaction would have been.
And basically, like, you'd be like in a bathtub. We're like, yo, can you blind react? And then like have like fake rats and then maybe one real rat. So I literally went to PetSmart and I was like sending pictures to Amber. Like, okay, we can have the frozen mice like section. I literally like took pictures and I was like, should we get this size, this size? Amber was like, yeah, we'll do this, do this, this. We like decided like what our plan was.
so
what's,
it was
what's
gonna be
too
dead.
cruel, what's
It was gonna
not
be dead.
cruel, like what the right thing
Yeah.
to do, like the right to wrong ratio.
Our moral like line was like going up and down, and we we're just like discussing. And then we're like, okay, what the final factor is? Do we ask like your brother or do we ask your sister? And we're like, you know what? We should ask your sister. We asked your sister, and she was like, no, oh my God, Frost hates rats. He's gonna be like very like distraught.
And this is like really messed up to do to him on his birthday.
Yeah.
So like
It was gonna be on her birthday, and she was like, "It's gonna be really messed up. Like, he's really not gonna be like okay with this." And then we were like, "Dang, like,
we didn't think of it
Yeah,
like that.
we were just
because
like-
we're like, oh, for us,
like it's just gonna be like a little prank,
pranky
like-
prank.
Yeah, a little prank. Like we didn't know like it would affect you that deep, and she just worded it like that. So we still don't know.
we
if-
just cut the whole
and so
plan.
then we were just like, you know what? We felt
I don't-
bad.
okay,
I
I don't
felt
know.
guilty. I was like, dang,
Yeah,
like,
like,
dude,
do we have,
why
like,
did I
that
think like
lack
this?
of
Yeah,
sight
I was like,
into this?
dang.
I don't know if she didn't explain it to me fully or what, but I thought it was going to be real rats
no,
in a like fear factor type of situation in the bathtub.
absolutely.
No.
I know it's going to be
Absolutely
like
not.
all fake and one
Absolutely
dead
not.
one. My issue is this. Even when I told when I did the solo podcast, I was telling the story of when I caught a bat in my house.
Yeah,
So my thing with animals, bugs, rodents, whatever, intruders in general is I don't want to hurt them. I still really like animals, and I want to make sure that like when I do capture something or let it out, I don't hurt the animal at all. Either it like when it comes to traps, either it kills them completely, like on impact or something, or I capture them and let them out. I don't want to like have them squealing or any of that.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So I thought that if they were going to be real
No.
and I was blindfolded, like
I mean,
would
yeah,
end
they
up
were real, but just dead.
I would end up like hurting them, or like, you know, I don't want to do any cruelty or anything like that. I thought that that's what it was.
No.
But
No.
No.
But it was supposed to be like this fun little idea. But
Yeah, I think she told you the story wrong because like the way she was like, "Yo, Frost's gonna be like messed up."
like distraught
Like,
over
distraught.
this because
And I was like,
he
"Dang, I didn't
hates
think it was
rats.
that serious."
And
like,
it's
I was like,
really messed up
I mean,
to
I
do
would
to
be
him on his birth.
I would be concerned if I was gonna like get something out of it, as in like some sort of a disease or.
The idea was that most of them were going to be fake,
yeah.
I think, and then
We
one
were just gonna
real.
have like one in the corner. Like,
It was more so a reaction that you wouldn't touch the animal,
yeah.
but it was like a reaction to it, because you like the way that you described your like anger and fear towards rats.
You're
was
like,
like
ew.
yeah, and we were like, we
Like,
need to
wanted
catch that
we
for
needed
the
that
vlog.
reaction.
That probably wouldn't be my live reaction to things is usually very quiet.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
But like, I think it still would have been like
Yeah.
hilarious. But I mean, it's probably good that it didn't happen. So
I would have been like, if you blindfolded me and I felt something, I would have been like, okay, it's an animal. And then, yeah, I don't know what would have happened, but I don't know how I'm going to react to things.
you wouldn't have been like emotionally distressed for like weeks, or that day.
I don't think so, but
Like, do you think there's a chance that would have happened?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
I think the live reaction would have been all of the things that I'm pointing out as concerns currently. Like, did it hurt it? Is this going to look bad as far as like, you know, what if I whip the rat and then it splats on a wall and
Yeah, yeah,
it gets like that? Or if I get something.
Yeah,
a
it was
dis-
feeder
like-
rats.
yeah,
They were
What?
they were feeder rats.
yeah. Basically, like
They're like
the frozen
bred
ones.
to
Oh,
be
yeah.
fed.
Yeah,
Right.
But speaking
I
of
don't know
rats,
the science of it.
and how Faraz obsesses over them in a
I
negative
literally
way.
don't.
After our last episode that we recorded, I've been having this thing where I've been having like random lucid dreams, and I'm not a lucid dreamer, but like the dreams just feel so real. And in this past one, it was just maybe I was in a room, and that room had a lot of shelves, and there was rats everywhere, and I could not get out of the room. And there was probably like 50 to 70 rats. And I couldn't leave. And eventually I was like, you know what? These rats are my friends.
Wait, lucid dream, isn't that like when you're like,
you can control it.
Oh, you can control it. I thought it was when it feels really real.
No, I think lucid dream you can control what
like
you're
you know
doing.
what's going on. It's
Yeah.
like an active
That would
dream.
be so fun.
You've never done that?
Oh my God, no, but I would love that.
Interesting.
So it wasn't a lucid dream?
Maybe not.
I think that might still fall under the lucid dream category.
I thought lucid dreams were that they feel very real. Dreams.
Lucid dreaming. Lucid dream.
It says, oh, when you know that you're dreaming while
Okay.
you're asleep.
Yeah.
But that's
Okay,
it.
You're right.
Yeah, like you know this is a dream and
The dream
I can do
feels
whatever.
vivid and real.
You may be even able to control how the action unfolds as if you're directing a movie in your sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
I
the
didn't
same
feel like
umbrella.
yeah. Well, that's
So
all.
how did you feel when you woke up?
Were you like, oh, where are the rats?
I woke up and I was like, okay, well, oh, they were cute though.
That was your reaction? They were cute?
Well, I had to almost adjust because I would have either like scared myself to death of being in a room with 100 rats or just become okay with it. So I just became okay with it.
Right.
There's
Not
a
burn
lot-
the house down.
Yeah, but there's so many rats. And they're just like crawling, like one went on my shoulder.
Frost and I actually did a prank in your dreams. That was the prank. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that
what
would
we
make
did.
sense.
We were lucid dreaming,
Yeah.
collaborating with
Collaborating, yeah.
Isn't there a
Picture.
movie like that?
Inception.
There's a lot of movies like that.
But I think you're
It's
thinking
thinking more of a
Yeah.
cartoon movie or something.
cartoon movie. Oh, no, I don't know. I was thinking of Inception.
SpongeBob? Didn't they jump into each other's dreams? He jumped into Sandy's dreams.
Did he jump in the sand?
There's like sleeping and there's clouds and then there's jumping into each other's dreams. Okay.
I forgot. Maybe you're right.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely SpongeBob.
I'll be sad if I didn't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I know every SpongeBob episode. Since last time, I something funny happened where I was on my lunch break, and I went to Royal Farms, like during work, and I was gonna go inside, get a nice little hoagie or something. I don't know. That's at Wawa. I don't remember what they have at Royal Farms. So I was about to get out of the car, but then I noticed something, and I was like, hold on, we're not getting out yet. I see a man coming out of the door, and he's got a stick. He's a blind man. Coming
He
out.
was driving?
No, he's coming out of Royal Farms. He's coming out of Royal Farms, and so I'm like, wait, I've never seen this before. You know how you thought mice
Like-
were only in cartoons?
Like you thought blind people were in cartoons.
Not exactly. Yeah. But the whole like stick thing,
Like, what'd you think they did? Like
Wait, you've never
echolocation?
seen a blind person with a stick?
no.
Really?
Wait,
maybe,
really?
Maybe I have, but I feel like I haven't seen it like this,
Like cartoony?
This cartoony, yeah. Like he was coming out and he's doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me see where they go.
So
Where
you
do they,
followed him?
where do they go? No, I'm watching
Oh.
from the car. So then he comes out and then he goes and he's using his stick and he's walking straight and then he kind of goes down the path of the side of the building and I'm like, wait, like what happens from here? You see in movies and TV shows like blind people are crossing the street. We've seen this, right?
Mm-hmm. I've
Where are they
seen it in
go-
real life.
Where are they going?
Like
Oh.
home? I don't know.
How do they know how to get there?
I mean, most blind people are only a little bit there's no blind. Okay, not a lot of blind people are fully blind, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
There's a lot of maybe they can see different shades of
Lights,
lights
yeah.
Yeah.
and maybe they can't see certain colors and things like that. But
This guy couldn't see anything.
How do
know
you
what?
know that?
Let me tell you. He was bumping into stuff the whole time.
He's probably a new blind.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
novice blind.
he's going left, right?
Yeah.
He comes out of the Royal Farms, he's going towards left. He's bumping into everything along the way. He's using the stick, but it's not working.
is
Yeah.
the stick bumping and then he continues to bump?
I think it's like if I was told like put on a blindfold and then was like, okay, you have to be blind for a day.
Yeah.
That's how he looked. So then he
Maybe
he
he's doing
turned
a YouTube
around.
challenge.
Maybe. So he turned around and then he went back towards the door and now he's standing in front of the door. And he's blocking people. People are first they get really mad. Hey, move. I'm trying to get inside. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then they, are like, excuse me. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like turning around and he's, speaking to people the wrong way. And so I'm like, oh, he's actually blind. And then he's blocking the door. And then like another blind person starts coming out of the store.
Wait, what?
And then a third, fourth.
Oh, it's like
It's a blind crew.
there's
It's a flock
they're
of-
definitely
it's a-
going on
Is
a
it a
bus
prank
together.
or is
It's a flock of blinds.
it a prank or like what did you
They're
it give you like
probably
prank
going
vibes?
in a bus together.
They're all bumping into each other.
Okay,
Okay.
But what are you thinking?
at
Are
the
you-
front of the door.
Are you thinking like, oh, is this a prank or are you thinking
What's so
like
funny?
Just the way that you're describing it.
Blind people are funny to you?
No, I don't think that at all. I think it's funny that you've never seen a blind person and that you think it's funny that he's blind.
and now you're seeing
They
like 5
can't.
of them?
They can't see Amber, and they're bumping into each other.
I think they're
What
new
is
blinds.
so funny?
They're
okay.
I think
so
they're
then
new
they're bumping
blinds.
into each other.
Wait,
and
wait,
I'm
what
like,
are you thinking at this point? Are you like,
Yeah.
is this a prank or is it like?
well, I'm thinking that I wish I had gotten my Royal Farms before so that I could watch and eat at the same time.
Gotcha.
Right?
What? Like as entertainment?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the most entertaining thing I've ever seen on a lunch break. I mean, you couldn't make this up. 4 blind people bumping into each other at the front of the door, and people are trying to pass through, and they don't know how to react because they're like, "Do I be nice or do I just
I think they're new
scoot
blinds.
them out of the way?"
So have you ever? Well, you've never seen a pro blind person, but a pro blind person.
Daredevil.
I feel like they walk sometimes
use-
better.
they use
than
sonar.
people. I've seen blind people walk better than like normal.
They
people.
use sonar. They
They
bounce
use sonar.
They
They're
bounce their
They're
sound.
like,
off
excuse
of
me, can you
things.
get out the way? Like they know
They know what they're doing.
They can like smell you. They can like see your face like based on your scent and like echolocation. But I feel like these are new blind people.
And then I'm like, okay, yeah, they must be from a bus. They must be on some sort of a trip together. They must have some sort of assistance. They didn't have any assistance. They weren't on a bus. They get in a line, and they all know that they're with the right people. And then they walk, and they go towards the street. and I'm looking as far as I can see, and they just take off. That's where they're going.
Where?
Like across the street?
They're going out in the world. Like they're not getting in a car. There's no assistant. They're
like
just all
lining
together.
up.
So you're like letting them bump into like
What do
the
you mean?
world.
I'm letting.
You can help them, like
They're adults.
you know, like if you see like a grandma trying to cross the street, you know,
Yeah.
like the guy like
I
helps the
understand.
grandma or a blind person, you like help that or
Help that.
Them.
help them.
Whoa.
Help them.
You think that it's some sort of a simulated character that just
The
came
way
out
you're
of nowhere?
describing it, yeah.
I literally thought that this is a simulation. Like they're just spawning. They're just spawning in front of the Royal Farms door, and they just took off together. And like I thought it was a prank. And they and some of them had like a cover on,
Like for what, COVID?
like a blind like a blindfold. It wasn't a blindfold, but it was like one of those like masks that you wear like to sleep, like a cushioned one.
Interesting.
So I'm wondering.
What if they all got like LASIK or something? I don't know.
But is it worth it to buy the stick on the like the day of LASIK, or could you just like chill at home for a day or two?
I don't know.
Why the need
maybe
to
the
go out?
squad got like a LASIK deal, and they're like, "Yo, the boys, right? Like, let's go get LASIK together." And then they're all like, "Let's go to Royal
Like, this would
Farms."
be
They're
funny.
they're hungry. Maybe they came from home and they're like, oh, "We're hungry."
Yeah, I was just hoping that there would be some sort of assistance or something, but I just didn't know that if you're fully blind, like you just operate and know, like if you're deaf, you could see where you're going.
Yeah. Wait. Why were they wearing eye masks? Like, shouldn't they have like sunglasses?
Was it? What I'm wondering is, was it a social experiment maybe to see how people react?
I think so.
You failed then.
Because like blind.
I didn't fail. I was gifted with the opportunity to watch this happen.
Because also blind people, they know where they're being spoken to. Like they look them straight in the face. You're saying like they were looking around and stuff. When
They
like,
look them straight in the face.
like they know where they are. Like even if I close my eyes, right? We do like Marco Polo. Like
Yeah,
we know
nobody-
where you are.
Nobody ever wins at Marco Polo. They never know where people are.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Has anybody ever won Marco
The whole
Polo?
idea is that you're saying like Marco Polo, and then you're like moving to the other
Yeah.
side of the pool. That's
Yeah,
why.
and then you go and drown yourself, and you're like, I'm not playing anymore.
What an
Has that happened to you?
interesting Yeah, it's like
Well, it's always in the deep end of the pool, and I'm like trying to stay afloat while I'm trying to listen to Marco Polo, and I'm like, this game sucks.
It actually is a bad game.
it's a
horrible
pretty
game.
bad deal.
Like
I'd rather play mermaids.
What's mermaids? What is mermaids? What the hell is mermaids? What are you doing, mermaids? Is that a real game? That sounds like a little girl's game. Like, oh, let's play Barbie. And it's not really a game. You're not actually playing Barbie. You're just pretending to be Barbie. So are you just pretending to be mermaids?
Honestly, I just said
let me guess what it is.
Okay.
Let me guess what it is. Mermaids is you and your girlfriends. You swim to the edge of the pool, and then you like flop up and pretend like you're a fish on the side of the pool. And then you're like, oh, I'm a mermaid.
please don't tell me it's just like a girl's version of Marco Polo.
The funny thing is I really don't know what mermaids is, but I see it all over TikTok all the time.
Amber, you've never played it?
No.
Oh my god.
But it's like a thing where you're like, oh, let's play mermaids. Like, who wants to play mermaids with me? That's like a thing on TikTok where they're like, hey, like, who wants to, you guys want to go out and get drunk? I just want to play mermaids.
Mermaids, okay. How do you play mermaids at the pool?
Mermaids start at one end of the pool. When the shark yells mermaids, all of the mermaids must swim
Oh, I
to the
played
other
this.
side before being tagged by the shark. Every mermaid that is tagged becomes a shark.
I played this.
Oh, so it's like zombies.
These zombies are, yeah, I think they have like other names for it too.
That's not
All
what I
of the
thought
sharks
playing mermaids
then
was.
work together to tag all of the mermaids.
That's actually a fun game.
That sounds pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is better than Marco Polo. Good
Yeah,
job.
thank you.
Even
Isn't
though
it? Isn't there like minnows and
Yeah,
Sharks
sharks and
and
minnows.
minnows.
sharks and minnows?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They needed to get
So
the
it's-
girls involved, so they said sharks and mermaids.
The girls involved because we know there's no female
Yeah,
minnows.
minnows. Yeah. Oh my god.
And the boys are sharks.
Yeah.
oh my god.
It's one boy and then a bunch of mermaids. But speaking of blind people, I didn't need to say it like that. That was really bad.
Comment
translation.
down below if you're blind.
Yeah.
Podcasts are one of the best things that they have going for them, and
Honestly.
now we've just absolutely trashed on their community.
Yeah.
I am not trashing the community, but
were
I did
laughing
want to
at them.
bring up another TikTok thing that's being brought up,
Uh-huh.
which is people doubting Helen Keller.
Like what?
because
Her abilities?
they're just like, I don't believe her.
Yeah. Honestly, like she kind of lying, bro.
Low
Like,
key.
Okay, she was blind and deaf, and she was a school teacher.
She flew a plane.
Wait, really? Yeah. No
Are
way.
you sure?
Yeah.
No way.
Over the Mediterranean.
Was this in September 2001?
Are you talking about Amelia Earhart?
No, Helen Keller. Like, something's wrong.
There's no way Helen Keller flew a plane, bro. All right. In 1946, deaf, blind, Dr. Helen Keller had been both blind and deaf. It was in the Google thing. Wait. 20 minutes of a plane's journey.
Yeah, she was a passenger, and then they let her like take control, I guess.
Okay. Well, they've said it like it's common knowledge that Helen Keller flew a plane. And I'm like,
Well, in that case, I flew a plane because like our friend Saad, he's a pilot, and then he's like, "Oh, you want to fly for a minute?" It's like when your dad tells you, "Oh, you want to drive the car," and you're like in his lap, and then
yeah.
But
think
but I think it's so different when you're like, yo, Helen Keller flew a plane.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I'm not thinking like, oh,
it
they
sounds
just
like
let
they're
him.
trying to
Like
say
she
that,
did the liftoff.
right.
Like she, did the checking.
how does she even know what that is?
What,
how
a
does
plane?
she? Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's a lot of things that
or
I'm
like that
questioning.
we're in the air right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I guess there's
she
a
can feel it.
sensation, but
Like her whole like language system is probably different. But she was a teacher.
But like, how?
How?
you guys are saying that Helen Keller was capping.
I think there was some cap.
There's capping happening with Helen Keller.
This is a wild take.
Because like,
They said she was extremely political. How?
how? She not listening to us?
No, she's not.
She not looking at us?
And if she is, we have no idea what she's saying.
Do you think like even if she's blind and deaf that she's like racist?
I mean, she only knows black.
Look at the continuation of the cap. There was no shaking or vibration. She just sat there and flew the plane calmly and steadily.
Damn, she's a better pilot than Spirit. She needs to be on Spirit, bro.
Spirit was actually named after Helen Keller. It's
Interesting.
Spirit is piloted by the ghost of Helen Keller.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the airlines.
They said that she what else? She got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Cool.
How?
There's a lot of hows happening. She was the first person with deaf blindness to earn a college degree.
Okay.
I barely graduated college.
Yeah.
And I'm not deaf or blind.
I feel like that one's possible somehow.
Is there just like a lot of accommodations?
Maybe. I don't know. I think that one's possible. Out of everything you described, I feel like that one's the most like, legit. But
Like this is another fact. Helen Keller was an unruly child when she was young. I believe that.
what do you mean unruly?
Like outbursts, emotions, kicking, screaming,
Okay,
just like an
gotcha.
unruly child. Cool, that makes sense.
Was she all the way blind
That's a good question.
and all the way deaf?
The way they're describing it, it feels like she was just like
That she
complete
had-
100%, like couldn't see anything and couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
But what if she could like hear like 90% and 10%?
I remember when we first heard her story, and I was like, "Oh my god, no way!" So then I would like close my eyes and cover my ears,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, "This is wild."
Yeah.
And then I would tell my friend like, "Yo, like say something to me." I could clearly hear him. I'm like, "Oh, this sucks."
This sucks.
Like I'm trying to think.
I can't believe you guys are saying Helen Keller was capping.
She
I think
was
she's capped. There's some cap.
she was a linguist and learned to read and write in several languages, including English, French, and German. Like, be fucking for real.
Like, or like relax. Like, dude, like calm down. You don't have to flex on us like that.
Yeah, like she
you
had a
get it.
whole writing career.
Was Helen Keller the greatest schemer of all time?
Yeah.
She goes inside with the
Yeah.
parents. She's like, "Hey, yo, we got him."
We got him, bro.
They said she was speaking out against war and violence throughout her life.
How?
How?
Is she like actually talking or like she just doing hand symbols? Like,
All right, when I die, before my last words are gonna be, "Yo, by the way, I was blind and deaf this whole time. So that all of my achievements look like they were just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. How did he drive that car? Like, how did he do all of that stuff?
Yeah.
It says she was an accomplished public speaker, delivering speeches and lectures all around the world.
She's actually talking.
Like,
You sound so mad. You think people were protesting Hellen Keller at the time? They're like, Cap Keller.
No,
she knew how to
Hellen
play
Capper.
classical music. She was an accomplished pianist who cherished performing music all of her life, and she learned piano using a braille system. Like, I get it, but like, how did you even like? You can't see or you can't hear.
The vibrations, bro.
Vibrations.
But like, there's just a lot going on.
I think she's just flexing too hard. Like the blind and deaf. Like, you know, there's like a
Flexing too hard.
You could have just been really
wild.
nice, and that would have been a lot.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you know?
Yeah.
You guys are just upset.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little jealous. Like, how'd she do that? If it was real, super jealous. I'm like, dude.
Like this conversation wouldn't be happening if she was just like, you know, she won. What's that game called? Foursquare. I mean, not Foursquare. The one where you,
What?
the one where you put like the
Connect 4?
Connect Four. If her biggest achievement was that she like beat somebody in Connect Four, you guys would be like, that's so cool. Like,
Honestly.
I
yeah.
love her. Like, how did she do that? But now you're like,
See, she's like trying to flex
Alright.
on it. She's trying to do things that like she's not supposed to.
that like
And
we
maybe-
can't even do.
Yeah, we can't even do. Like,
Yeah.
even with us being able to, like, we were just like, can't do that. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, dude.
We're
Okay, and this makes
horrible,
most sense.
able-bodied
Helen
people.
Keller's life story inspired a Bollywood film because Bollywood films are straight up capping. Like this
Wait,
makes
which
sense.
Bollywood film?
I don't. It says her name.
I need to like watch.
Yeah.
watch that.
It's called Black.
Black. What if the movie like you can't see anything? You can't hear anything? Wow.
and it's still 3 hours long.
Kya baat hai? They're like, oh,
like,
this
this
is
is
the
how
dance
it
number.
feels.
This is the dance number right here. It's like silent.
And like she accomplished all these things while being deaf and blind, right?
Yeah.
And it says that hold on. It says that if she was seeing, that one of the first things that she would do is get married. You can fly a plane, but you can't get married.
She didn't get married?
It's saying that she lived to be 83 years old.
Damn, she got no hoes.
None. Actually, she fell in love with her assistant. It's her secretary. It says that they fell in love. The couple secretly got engaged, even took out a marriage license before Keller's family found out and forbade the marriage.
Now we're on to the interesting topic for Amber. She's like, I think she would be good with Future.
Yeah.
Keller regretted that she never married, reportedly remarking, "If I could see, I would marry first of all." Like you can do all these things.
But you can't get married?
You can't
Like,
get
come
married.
On. Come on, bro.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Because I know there's one sensation she could definitely get.
What?
You guys don't know?
No,
Please. Elaborate.
please. Yeah, I want you to say it.
What happens when you get married?
I don't know.
You get filled with love and happiness.
You get filled,
with
period.
love.
With what?
With what?
What else? Besides love.
More love.
Bro, she could
Money.
be smashing. What are you talking about?
I just wanted you to say it.
She can't feel or see nothing else, but she could feel that.
That's what I'm
This is
saying.
true.
You did all this. You couldn't
Like-
You
come
couldn't
on.
hit?
You couldn't hit. Like right?
Come on.
You got a Nobel Peace Prize, but you got no hoes? Like
Be fucking for real.
yeah, exactly.
This is a wild take without any backup.
No, honestly though, like I'm pissed now. Like, like dude, you did all
like
this.
fact checker.
You did all this. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're the best person ever." But like, you couldn't hit.
Maybe it's one of those stories that just teach us lessons and morality. Maybe it's one of those
But
fables.
at least like hit, bro.
you know, like
like no.
yeah, that's why that's not in there. Because they're like, you know, she knew if she
knew,
ever did that,
yeah.
she would get pregnant immediately and
Yeah.
get AIDS and die.
Did she have kids? I don't know. No, I guess not. Right? She never.
No, yeah, I don't know. She lived to be 87.
There was a good movie about the deaf, by the way. It was called Sound of Metal.
Yeah,
Riz Ahmed
Riz Ahmed.
is in it. It
That was a good
movie.
one. That was him slowly getting deaf over time,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And then so you see him go through the frustrations of it. It's
Yeah.
not like he
She
was born
published
that way.
12 books and 400 short essays and papers. Sorry. And experiences
You sound mad.
and experiences about her own life.
Wow. And none of them were about like relationships and
No, clearly not.
Yeah, the good stuff.
The
We
good
need,
stuff.
we need Hellen Keller in the shade room
Yeah,
for real.
dude. Even what's her name? Anne Frank had like relationships and shit. She was like 12. She was stuck in a closet, bro.
She met every U.S. president who held office and the time that she was alive. That's 13 presidents.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess go back in history and fact check everybody and see what kind of humans they were.
Yeah,
At this point, it says
Why are
she
we
was
stopping at
5
Hellen
foot
Keller?
6 feet tall, and I just don't believe that either.
she's 6 feet tall.
5'6"
Why is that? Why is that
Well,
unbelievable?
because she's just a capper, and I don't trust anything anymore about her.
All right. I'm on her side.
Why?
Good.
You explain.
She needs
for her.
somebody on her
Defend,
side.
Yeah, defend her. Go ahead.
I have no reason to believe she didn't do
You-
it, and it makes us better people. That's why. What are you gonna say now?
I just think it's interesting because you said the only sense that you think so highly of her, but the only sensation that she could feel is being filled up. Like you think so highly of her
Don't
talents.
talk about her like that.
That's what you said, sir.
We're not gonna
Run it
limit
back,
her.
Turbo.
We're not gonna limit her to that. Okay.
That's what you did.
Should we hit the topics that we actually had because we haven't hit a single one?
Yeah.
All right, while we're talking about dirty things, can I go with mine?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Sure. All right. Last week's episode, we talked about, dirty phrases that people say in Urdu. Okay. And
They just didn't sound right.
they didn't sound right. So, hold on. Let me.
We got part 2.
We got part 2.
Oh
Okay.
snap!
So this is a TikTok.
Hold on, wait.
What?
I just need a mental moment. That was a lot. Okay, go.
Okay. This is a TikTok that I saw that said, "Talk dirty to me in Urdu." These are comments that people put, and these are the best comments. Let's hear your reactions, okay? This first one is, "Ao abu ke paas."
That seems like
Are we done yet with this Abu comments?
I feel
I
like
think that's the last one, actually.
that one's like very
to daddy.
innocent
"Ao
to
abu,
me.
abu ke paas." What'd you say?
Yeah.
Come to me, daddy?
Yeah.
No.
I was talking to you.
Come to daddy.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, come to daddy.
That's a little cringy even in
No,
English.
it's come to me, come
to daddy.
come to daddy, not come to me, daddy.
Right. Okay.
That's a little cringy in English.
Come to daddy.
Yeah, like come to daddy. Okay, all right.
Okay, here's the next one. Sare muh mein andar lo.
Oh, dude. I don't want to do this anymore.
Sare muh mein ande
Andar lo.
No,
Wait.
That's
I messed it up. Sare muh mein andar lo, kamini.
my God.
Why they put the kamini in there?
Dude, I don't know.
This is getting.
I feel like that's spicy though, like kamini. Like out of all these words,
Kamini is spicy.
like I think that kind of hits.
Okay, per.
Yeah.
It's like a good girl situation.
No, like you call someone like you
A slut.
yeah, slut or
Oh,
something
okay,
like that.
okay.
I think that's like on that same term.
Got it.
I just don't see both people being on the same page with these.
Yeah.
Like to me, this sounds like a super aggressive uncle, and the girl's like, "What?
What?
Yeah.
¿Qué bola?
Like, can we just do it regular?
Yeah.
Why do we got to do all this?"
But like they have to be saying something.
Or
Like
maybe
some
not.
of these have to be true. What are they saying?
Well, a lot of these are like, okay, so I'm just thinking, a lot of marriages are like arranged marriages, especially back then. So like, it's probably a little awkward in the beginning. They probably don't say anything.
Okay.
So these
I
might,
think they could go the whole relationship without saying anything.
yeah, I think so too. And this might be helping them. Like they could use these terms.
They should use
They
these
should.
if they're just
Like, hey,
completely not
you
saying
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Uncle.
Some guy hears this. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try this out." Goes home and he's like, he gets slapped in the face. He's like, "That's not the way I saw this coming." But
All right, here's the
This
next
is
one. मैं तुम्हारी बिल्ली खाऊंगा.
I'm gonna eat your cat.
That one's like not that bad, but it feels really wrong.
How is she not laughing at that?
Yeah.
And it's so like straightforward. Like, this is what I will do now. Why?
All right. I think this one's a little sweet. Just like gala dabao.
I kind of like that one.
That's like choke me. Well, it's like it's very literally like hold my neck,
Or
like
press
That
on my
one-
neck. Squeeze.
that
press.
one I could see being hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gala dabao.
Yeah.
Like that?
Like
One more
not
time? Amber?
I'm good.
For us?
No, but like a girl saying it.
Like,
Okay, now. Okay, all right.
All right, we're next.
Move on.
Aram se nakalo.
Ew.
That one's just kind of a safety thing, I think.
Is that just
Safety
instructions?
Like please take it out
Yeah.
safely. Please, what was it?
Aram se
Oh.
nakalo.
Please take it out carefully.
Yeah.
You may remove it now.
That's just
Ding.
instructions.
Like your luggage from like, the top bin. Like,
Yeah.
aram se nakalo.
It's like
Like,
on
if
a
I say
yellow sticker.
Yeah.
Like, aram se nakalo.
And then when he pulls out, he's like, ding.
Kar diya. All right, the last one. This is actually a comment section. People were saying zor se ammi.
What?
I really don't think that anybody's calling. I could be wrong, but I
Their
feel
girl
like nobody is calling their girl ummi. Like that is.
Yeah.
I think also it's
Well,
because
you know how
we-
people say mommy?
Yeah, but our things are like much more like respect based. As in, we call our elders uncle and auntie.
Do you think they're just calling each other like John and stuff? Like other things like that?
What? I think girls do call guys like baba and stuff like that, right? Or no?
No, they do it when they have kids as like a
Oh, okay.
like
Your-
like Midi John, meaning like my love, like that works because
So
that's
we-
an endearing thing. But like if you're saying
Boring.
ummi,
just
as
kidding.
in like somebody that you respect and is your literal mom,
Yeah.
it's not this. I don't know why it's not the same as saying mom because mom is more like a just a universal thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I feel
Makes
you.
sense.
I think if you guys are gonna use any of these, just put John.
yeah,
Or Johnny.
instead.
Yeah.
Johnny. Yes, Papa.
Yes,
See, I like that. Johnny.
Yes, Papa.
Gala dabao.
Yes, Papa.
Oh no. But yeah, that's it. There's no more after this.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Yeah, I think we needed to be done with that.
You guys didn't like that?
But no, I appreciated it. At least we discovered Galadaba.
Yeah. And I think it opened our minds to be like accepting.
Yeah. And I'm sure that there's a huge culture around being respectful to your woman, but I'm sure there's a huge culture around not. And those are the people I want to talk to. Like, like the rap song people. What a way to say that. Like, like they have like
The hip hop community.
Very dirty. Very dirty.
What are you trying to say?
like there's
You're talking about like
rappers
like
in
Badshah.
Bollywood. No, Badshah's like he sings in lowercase. He's like na, 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 na. But like there's like
That
rappers.
was a perfect impression of the rapper Badshah.
I thought he was here right now. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like he's like super lowercase with it, but he's big bodied. But then like I feel like there are like rappers that exist in South Asia that would be more aggressive with it, and I just want to know what they would be saying. That would be not this cringy.
Find out. Let us know.
Yeah. Break someone's heart. Break a rapper's heart.
Or their neck.
Lori Harvey.
What?
All right. Let's do one last thing. We also got a lot of shares and comments on the baby names
Yeah.
that we did that are basically baby names with a negative connotation, words with a negative connotation that could be used as baby names if they didn't have that same meaning.
Yeah.
So did you have some more,
Yeah.
especially from the comments?
Well, these are all from the comments.
Okay. I thought of some too that
All right.
could be cool.
Do you want to start?
Or we can go back and forth.
Okay.
He says one. You say
A
Yeah.
duel. Okay. This one says nausea.
I like that.
nausea. Yeah.
Nausea. What are you
Nausea.
doing?
Nausea.
Yeah, nausea. Like if you say like a J-ish, I feel like it's better.
Yeah.
Nausea.
Nausea.
On that same kind of like vibe, you know? How about like insomnia?
That one's sleepy.
I feel like there's just too many
Very
syllables.
cozy.
Too many syllables?
I think it's too many syllables.
Like consonants. Whoa.
constant insomnia. Come here. Like
like short somnia.
somnia is like cute.
That's very brown.
Somnia, idhar aao.
Somnia.
Somnia.
Like the ones that are like, conditions you could have, like asthma.
The conditions are good. Another one that I saw was asphyxia. Did I say that right?
Asphyxia, yeah.
That's
Like when you're can't breathe, right? Or something.
Mm-hmm.
Asphyxia.
that sounds like it could be a rapper's name.
Asphyxia. Lil Asphyxia.
like Lil Xan.
Yeah. Lil Asphyxia.
Like that sounds like an XXX Tentacion type rapper.
I feel like it could also be like a EDM artist. Like, you know how they have like
Oh, yeah.
Skrillex or like Asphyxia. Like,
yeah.
I think it's
There's vengeance.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling it.
Okay,
But
fine.
you have to say it like this. Vengeance. Come here.
For like a son.
Vengeance.
And then if there's twins and one's a girl, you can call her Vendetta.
Vendetta is cute.
Yeah.
Vendetta is amazing.
Vendetta's
wow.
really
Yeah.
cute. But
That's-
Vengeance, I don't know. I'm not
No, I
feeling
really like
Vengeance.
a guy and a
Like
boy and a
twins?
That's
girl.
a cool duo.
Vengeance and Vendetta.
Yeah. but
Yeah.
I don't know if
Wow.
I'm feeling the Vengeance though.
Yeah, I like on the same topic of that. Maybe some crimes like murder.
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 How about arson?
Arson's fire.
I started with arson, did I
Yeah.
not?
I
I
don't
don't know.
Oh, my bad.
But murder, I don't know. Murder could be.
Some of these things that are like, I agree, like these committing crime ones. I'm like, do you think that there was ever words that they reserved for not making them words? Because they're like, that's too pretty. That should be a name.
No, I mean these are all like pretty nice, but it also depends on the language you speak. Like I remember I saw in the comments that some of the names like pain, like that's a common one in Spanish, and maybe there's other ones that
El
like
pain.
work.
El pain.
Like in in Pakistan, a common last name is Butt, Butt.
Yeah.
But
that's
Wait,
also
what does
not-
that mean though? What does Bart mean?
They're
Like,
just like
Barsab?
a type of like it's their family tribe.
yeah, but like it has a meaning, right?
like the name of the
But yeah, like in Pakistan, like what does that mean?
we had a
Because I know people say like Barsab and all that stuff. Name meaning.
we had a
What if it literally meant like
a
ass?
shop
Target?
French word. No.
No.
We need Pakistan. We had a shop in front of us that was Butt Ki Dukan, which is Butt's shop.
Butt shop.
We've
There was
seen
a sticker that
Butt
said-
Ka restaurant.
But brothers.
Yeah, Butt Brothers. Yeah.
Butt buddies.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a clan of the Jut
Oh,
caste
you're right. Okay. So it's just a clan.
who migrated mainly to the
So it doesn't-
Kashmir Valley.
Oh.
That's
They're
interesting.
from your area.
Yeah,
They
but like
migrated.
in Pakistan, like we don't think anything of
But
that.
also,
But here,
when you spell it with but, like BHAT, it makes way more sense than but,
yeah, I
like
know that.
BUTT.
Like my last name means like the protector, like Wali.
Oh,
So like
that's so cool.
it's also like a clan thing too, but it's just that's the definition of it. So I was just hoping or thinking that.
Speaking of clan, there's another one that said Chlamydia Kardashian.
Kardashian.
Yeah, chlamydia could definitely work if it was. If
You
that
said
was the-
chlamydia last time, right? Or no?
I don't know, but they spelled it with a KH, like
Oh.
Kardashian chlamydia.
How about like an Arab kid named Alzheimer?
Alzheimer. Alzheimer.
Alzheimer?
Come over here.
Alzheimer bin something. You know how they usually have like a long, like
I think that's
10
fire.
different names.
Yeah,
After you put the context to it, I think
that
it
was
works.
pretty good. This is one I've thought about since I was younger. And they also mentioned in the comments, areola.
That's kind of like Ariel.
Yeah.
When I first found out that areolas were named that, I was like, but that's such a pretty word.
Yeah. You don't think areolas are pretty?
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah.
There was another set of twins that were in the comments. Violence and erotica.
Erotica.
It's like Erica.
Erotica.
I think I like it more as like a Spanish name, maybe like Erotica.
Erotica.
Yeah.
Yeah. Erotica.
I got some twins. If maybe the dad's name is Chaos
Mm-hmm.
and he has sons named Homicide and Suicide.
Oh my God.
Two twins,
A daughter named Murder.
Hami and Sui.
Hami and Sui. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Hormone. It gives the same energy as Hermione.
No.
Hormone. I feel
don't
like
like
too many
that at
people
all.
make like horror jokes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you get roasted.
Okay, how about that? Just whore.
Horror, yeah. Come here, whore.
Labia.
Labia.
Another one that was in the same category was clitoris.
I think labia is smoother than
It's like Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
Lydia
Yeah.
and labia.
labia.
We
So what?
actually have
Labia.
beans in
Labia could be like an Arab
Pakistan. We call kidney beans labia.
labia. Yeah.
But these aren't like the
Oh,
ones that you're saying like
lobia.
they would work
Labia, yeah.
as like, you know, like maybe like a pretty girl name or something, but they're not like fire. You want to know what that I think is fire?
Yeah.
We have saint, right? What about Satan?
Yeah.
Satan. Come here, Satan.
Like shaitan, straight up.
Yeah, little shaitan.
Satan.
I mean, that's a nickname I would get sometimes as a kid.
Satan.
Shaitan.
Satan. I said Satan.
Like
If I,
behave,
like-
you little shaitan.
If I married a dude who was just doing the most, then I would name our daughter Audacity.
Yeah,
Audacity. That's a good one.
the music program.
Audacity.
Garage band.
Garage. Audacity. FL Studio.
How about, you know, the name Joy, but then Gloom.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Gloom.
And he's always just like, it's like, Gloom, what's wrong? You wouldn't get it.
Nothing.
You didn't get it.
Oh, he's an
I see
Ansu boy.
shadows in my-
Gloom.
Yeah, he's an Ansu boy.
I like feel for him. And
How about
he's not
that?
real.
Ansu boy meaning like a crying boy. How about Ansu Sab?
Ansu Sab.
Ansu Sab?
Ansu Sab is cute. Like Ansu. Like I don't think you can like call him a Sab.
Ansu.
And, like
Because he's so like Ansu.
yeah, you know like those names. We need to have another segment where we're like names that like adults can't have.
Yeah, they're like
But-
baby names
Yeah,
solely.
yeah.
Like Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we'll
should-
save it.
We'll do that next episode. Okay. But I feel like we should have a segment like that.
Any others?
There's like ones that are. This one I thought was cute. Euthanasia.
No. That's way too long.
Okay, fine. We want a short one. How about meth? It's similar to Seth.
Come here, meth. Yeah, I feel like it'll work.
It's same energy as Seth.
Matthew.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Another short one could be lice.
There was these two in the comments that I was debating on even mentioning because they just seemed really wrong to talk about in context. But I'll tell you guys that they were in the comments and they're not mine.
Here we go.
One is fellatio.
That could be a European guy.
I always thought that was like a really nice way to say that.
Yeah.
Like
So,
Fabio and Fellatio.
yeah.
Yeah. The other one I am not in agreement with, but it was commented. You know those little stars that you put around words? This was commented with the two
Asterisk?
stars. No, like
No,
the
no,
yellow
it's like
stars.
it's like the bling sound
like the little
effect.
tinkle stars.
It's a twinkle.
Oh, okay.
It's the shimmer emoji.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Slavery.
No comment.
Yikes.
Yeah, just straight up slavery, and then another one N word.
That was the end of that segment. Oh wait. Somebody,
They're all just like racist terms.
Somebody did comment and said, I went to a high school with a kid named Chaos. He was a chill dude.
I went to school with a guy named Storm Shivers.
Are you
He's a-
joking?
No.
Storm Shivers.
Yeah, I actually told the story like a long time ago on the podcast.
Is
but
his last name Shivers?
yeah, but he was in my sister's grade, and we had to like drop him off one day at his house. I think he was like new to the school, and so we are like, yeah, we'll drop you off. And then we were dropping him home, and it was like storming that day. And I was like, what's your name, by the way? And he was like, Storm. Storm Shivers. And then I was like asking him questions, like, no way. And then I was like, how come you talk so quiet? And he goes, so people listen. And I was like, all
This
right,
is like
fitting.
out of
I was like,
Twilight.
fitting name. It works.
That's fire.
He belongs in book talk.
Yeah.
All right. He belongs in book talk. I think we'll wrap up there.
Yeah, great segments we had. Great. Great segments. And we're going to move on to the Patreon episode where exclusive patrons, the best people in this world, will be joining us. And
You sound like a Pakistani news like commentator.
Hafti
And
Nazrat
they will be joining us.
joining us right
Will
now.
destroy India.
What are we going to be talking about?
We got a couple of topics.
We
that
got
we're
nice
talking
topics.
about.
We're actually going to be also reacting to a very nice music video. And Amber hasn't seen this music video, so we're gonna get her like live reaction. We can't do this on YouTube because like you can't, it's gonna be like demonetized and stuff. But we could do that on Patreon.
Are we monetized?
No.
This is after the podcast. Why you
bring this up? But that's why we have beautiful patrons.
How can she ask?
Run up the comments so we can get monetized.
But yeah, basically Patreon's gonna be really lit.
That's not even
super
how you
exclusive.
get monetized.
Yeah, like Shimmer said, we'll take this in the Patreon on the Patreon episode. And if you didn't know, by the way, the top tier of patrons actually get listed as producers of each episode that you can see in the footnotes or description of each podcast. So if you want to do that and suggest other topics, like there's different levels to it. So have fun, join us on Patreon. Otherwise, it's been another week.
Another flavor.
A little less stranger.
We'll talk to you next time.